Okay, so we're gonna do the cleaning process. I have not used my oven or my stove and anything like that in probably a couple months at least. I am a huge fan of doing uh, Uber Eats because cooking for the last couple months I did not have. Hopefully everything's coming through. It looks like everything is. Um, did not have the time. Well, I had time. I can't say I didn't have the time, but didn't have the energy to want to actually cook anything because shit's been rough. It's so much easier just to order out because, um, yeah, it's just easier to order out. Don't got anything really to say other than that. Um, and plus, where I live, there is actually a lot of good places to get uh, for food. So it's very, very nice to order out. But kind of on a budget now, as I have to wait for some results and stuff like that. And the budget um, does not call for eating out near as much as I used to. Give me one sec. Okay. I'll put this in. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Rotate. Oh shit, there's a fucking 20-person queue? Jesus. It's been a while since we had that. Hello, Laura. Oh, my allergies. Okay. Um, Finally get to make a stream again because I'm actually not streaming on days that you have to go in the office. Okay. Let's see. So yes, hopefully everyone can hear me fine as I wipe down the stove because it's been hopefully it's not too noisy with this wiping down the stove. Loud noises. Yeah, like I said, the stove has not been touched and or used and or cleaned in months. So uh stuff it was a bit crusty. I gotta wipe it down with a towel. Let's do this one. So everyone that's relatively new, if you have not met Night Song, uh, the she is obviously one of my mods. She's also my best friend. This is also the person that I went to their wedding at the beginning of last September now. This last month would have been October. One of my best friends. I don't know how many people are familiar with her because I know we've been getting some newer people into the stream. She's super nice until you make her angry, and then she's not afraid to put people in their place, which is what I appreciate about her. Filthy. Fucking filthy. Went from off-white to disgusting. Ooh, yeah, this goes. Now that I plan to start cooking more, I'm going to want and need to do a deep clean one of these days of the kitchen. The only thing that sucks is that cleaning those racks. Um, uh, Speaking of ball, actually, I don't know if I should have watched it or not, but oh, I survived. Still a little bit sticky. Artemis had found a ball the other day, and she had already started to tear off the cloth off of it, and I tore off the rest of it, and it was sticking still like fibers and stuff on it. So I just decided to take off all the fibers and uh, tried hand washing it, and it didn't really go so well. So we turned to tossing it into the dishwasher since we had to wash dishes anyways. I always tell myself I think I'd be good dad material, but maybe one day we'll get to figure that out. It's just a matter of when. So, so I'm curious. I'm looking forward to seeing how much. Like I know we're gonna have at least like six, at minimum 6 days worth of food, at minimum. You know, I portion it, but um, we like we pretty much got all this the food wise. I had to basically everything totaled yesterday. It was about a $70 grocery bill, but we bought a couple things that didn't relate to dinner, and that was some. Let's see, two of these. Um, oh, we'll save that for the walk. Put this in the bag here. What the hell is with this fucking music? Skip the next section. Not bad music. I just don't want to listen to it. Okay, we're gonna need this. What is this? Okay, we're going to my like songs because they're just like we're just gonna go to like songs. And then we'll go to our Discover Weekly. Okay, so it's gonna go down. Where's my wall? Apologize if this banging and clanging noise is coming through. Okay, so our plan today, what we're making is don't need any of that. The two things that we actually have recipes for, once I find one of the cards, is we're making goulash. Grew up on that stuff. That was the thing that my mom normally made on Fridays. And then the other thing we're making is chili. It's getting cold, pretty good. I remember which camera to look at. And then, because this camera's facing down here on the board. And then we're trying something a little bit of it's probably going to be weird. This is the one I'm expecting to not go well. It's not going to be hard, but um, it's also going to be a lot of like trial and error. And that we're making mac and cheese, like Kraft mac and cheese, but we are gonna add the chicken, which we have here. We bought a rotisserie chicken last night when we went grocery shopping. Um, I'm gonna set some off to the side in case I don't use it all. That way I can have chicken sandwiches. But hey, Pixiri. Um, we got like, but we brought yeah, we brought a rotisserie chicken last night and we tore it up, shredded it. So we got shredded chicken in this container here now. Um, that this stuff we're gonna actually mix. So I'll let it spice up a bit. Um, I gotta set the oven to 350. We're gonna mix up the Lowry seasoning salt that I never used. Add a little seasoning to the chicken. We'll mix this up. Give it a nice mix. So I don't plan on putting Lowry's directly with the into the mac and cheese once I start mixing all the stuff together. So I'm just gonna season the chicken for now. And then we're gonna toss this since this is kind of cold. I'm gonna toss this in the microwave while it's sort of heating up. Just so we can once we actually go to mix it in with the mac and cheese, it's not gonna be cold. But fantastic. I might actually mix that with the stuff I set off to the side to make sandwiches for it. Okay, so first things first. So yeah, so what we're doing, we're using 2 boxes of Kraft mac and cheese. We are going to be mixing uh my family uses this stuff very simple. We're gonna be adding we wanted green peppers, but the ones that were left over at the store last night were kind of trash. So we got red pepper, which doesn't, it's not even, it's just a little more expensive. And then we got an onion. This is like a medium, slightly large onion. So we're probably not going to add all of this into it. Um, so we're be cutting these up, dicing it up. Um, listen, I know Velveeta's great. I love Velveeta too, but I literally have like 18 boxes. Wait, hold on a second. It's like 12, 13, 14, 15, like 17 boxes of mac and cheese. Well, now it's going to be two less, but um, where's my other? Where's my good knife? Oh, I know I'm gonna need these. I really should have had all this stuff pulled out and prepped, but it is what it is. So this is not my good knife. I know that, but we're gonna need to sharpen. Listen, there was a day I went shopping, and I like Kraft mac and cheese. You know, it's simple, easy to make. I know this is not a good proper sharpener, but there's a sharpener in the sheath, and I don't know where my good knife went, so we're just gonna make sure this thing is sharpened up. But yeah, I went grocery shopping one day, and I was kind of on a mac and cheese kick. I had used like 4 boxes over like the course of 2 weeks, and uh, as with every shopping trip, you know, your eyes, you have your list of stuff that you know you need to get, but you also once you start, I'm one of those people that likes to wander the aisles, and well, yeah, wandering the aisles, and I did a bulk thing with mac and cheese. Okay, so we're gonna use as much of this as we can. So one thing I will be doing though is I'm cutting up mainly in the big pieces right now. I do have like one of those slap chopper things because I've been having a history of cutting my hand or my finger while trying to chop stuff up because my hands get shaky. So uh, for my safety and the food safety, I'm going to just use the $13 slap chopper thing I bought last night to do all the heavy lifting for me. But doing the big chunks though, I can easily do. I'm not scared about cutting myself on those ones. Yeah, I'd rather not regale the stream with potential of blood spurting everywhere. Pretty sure I wouldn't be able to keep the recording after that one. See, like I have like a mandolin slash chopper one, but like it doesn't cut the pieces how I like. I like it for the mandolin part, but like for everything else, it's like not a huge fan of it. It's good for mandolining, but like doing like the square and you don't have to compress it in, kind of sucks. I don't like it that much. Okay, so shit. All right, so we'll start off with doing one. Okay, I got to do a lot more times than it seems like. A few more times. That's better. I didn't like that. Okay. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, nice and warm now. Nice and warm now. That way, once we put in, so we're gonna be starting with the chili first, because that's gonna take the longest, at least on the stovetop. As we've got to, um, once we get everything put together, we gotta let it simmer for an hour. So, we'll do the veggies and stuff for that first, and then we'll start getting everything cooked up with that. I was meaning to ask you, Laura, how the Halloween went or the haunted house went this year. Surprised my mic's not picking that up. That's actually super cool. I was worried about things being super noisy and cut a few pieces. Nice. I'm happy to hear. Even though they're gonna mix together, I don't want to get pepper juice all over the onions. Okay. Which way am I gonna want to cut it? This it doesn't matter this time, really. Wait, did I say we're starting with the chili or the goulash? We're starting with the chili. Okay. I mean, they all have pretty much like the same freaking ingredients, so it's not like a like literally the chili and the goulash pretty much had the exact same ingredients as far as like the peppers and onions and the ground beef and stuff like that. So I could theoretically start those as normal and not ruin anything. Just depends if I put it in the wrong pot or not. But um and plus we don't need to start pasta right away for it. But we actually could start doing pasta. 4 to 6 quarts. I always think that as rough estimate numbers because it's water at the end of the day. I don't think putting extra water in there is going to affect how the pasta cooks, unless I'm wrong. But I don't think it is. That should be enough. Rear. Okay. There's gonna be some bigger chunks of there. That's fine. Now, Laura, is this the fire department that Brian's friend that officiated the wedding works at? Is that where that money goes to? Brandon. I'm so I'm trying not to ruin things. You know what I meant. Listen, it's a Sunday. I get a pass. I'm not supposed to be required to think today. I'm not even supposed to be streaming. But I figured I'd try something new since I had majority of the setup anyways already. I just had to put in the work to we'll do one more quarter. Yeah, and this also, I mean, this is a good test run to see if they'll probably be a bit parsed out. So like I said, like I'm hoping like the amount of food I get from these two or from these three dishes is going to set me up for like 2 weeks. So I don't know if I'll do cooking streams like all the time or that often, but that's not what we want. We want um yeah, plus I mean, if I'm gonna cook, might as well cook in front of friends. And that way if anyone has any questions about the recipes, I'll probably the mac and cheese one, there is no recipe for that. That's just me gonna be playing around and trying to make it hopefully at least taste good so I can stomach eating it for meals every 4 days or whatever. Okay, so mom texted me the chili recipe. Gotta look that up real quick. But I will definitely in the Discord post these recipes. I don't think they're like super like uncommon. I think these are relatively like generally common, but they're from a really old. I think it's like one of those Betty Crocker cookbooks. I think like one of the old ones, one of the good ones. Um, okay, in a heavy skillet, cook meat, onion, and green pepper till meat is lightly browned and vegetables are tender. Stir in remaining ingredients and simmer for 1 hour. Okay, so how much water do I put in?